Philippine Entertainment Portal. It's been a while since your last visit to the Philippines. What do you miss the most about the country, and what was your most memorable moment during your last visit?
일단 항상 얘기하는 거지만 짧게라도 이렇게 오게 되면 너무나 좋은 에너지를 제가 받고 가기 때문에 그런 에너지가 그리웠었고 아직 사실 어제 공항에서 밖에서 기다려주는 팬분들을 가까이서 사실 못 만난 게 제일 아쉽고 그래도 공항 비행기에서 내리자마자 많은 분들이 또 환영해 주시는 그 열정적인 에너지를 잘 받았고 그리고 오늘 저녁에는 내촌을 한번 먹어볼 예정입니다.
Of course, whenever I arrive here in the Philippines, though it's such a short period, I always receive a lot of energy from the Filipino fans. That's why I miss this a lot. And even ever since my arrival last night by the airport, as soon as I came down the airplane, a lot of people were waiting for me, and there were a lot of fans waiting for me outside the airport too. But it was such a shame that I wasn't able to meet them personally and greet them personally. But being able to see them, I was very happy, and I missed it a lot. But tonight, after our show, I'm actually planning to try some lechon.
Ooh, there we go, lechon. All right, and we're there.
내촌 맛집도 소개 좀 해주시면 참 감사하겠습니다.
So if any one of you have any recommendations for from delicious lechon, please tell me.
Any info you'd like to share right now? Okay, I'm hearing lechon Cebu. All right, we should look into that. We're very much looking forward to the celebration tonight as well. Okay, our next question from Metro.Style. As the face of SMDC, you're representing a brand that's known for creating dream homes. What elements or features do you believe make a home truly special and comfortable? Although we kind of touched on this earlier.
참 신기하게도 집이라는 공간은 가장 개인적이면서 또 그 사람을 가장 잘 볼 수 있는 곳이라고도 생각을 하는데요. 그런 면에서 이제 집들은 같은 구조를 가졌어도 어떤 사람이 사느냐, 어떤 사람으로 채워지냐에 따라서 너무나 다른 공간이 되기 때문에 그런 점들이 저도 이제 모델을 하면서 굉장히 좀 신선했고 재밌게 다뤄왔던 것 같습니다.
Of course, whenever we have a home, we can see through the home we can see how a person is, and the most personal home is the best type of home. And we can use this as a mirror to identify what type of a person that specific person is. That is why even though we have very similar or same structures in the different homes that we have, it can differ from how the person decorates it or how the person lives inside it. So I think during my shoot and as someone who has been part of this brand too, it was very interesting to see how these things can change lifestyle.
Wow, that made me reflect a little bit on my home. You know, like, is it representing me well? Food for thought. Okay, our next question coming from Manila Bulletin. We want to know, what is your typical daily routine?
요새 같은 경우에는 이제 또 제가 다음 영화를 또 예정하고 있는 게 있기 때문에 이제 운동을 시작해서 좀 액션이 많아가지고 그런 것들 준비하고 있습니다. 근데 이제 아주 규칙적으로 매일 어떤 루틴을 가지고 살아가진 않는 것 같아요. 왜냐하면 이제 작품 활동을 하게 되면 굉장히 어떻게 보면 좀 불규칙한 삶을 살게 되기 때문에 개인적인 시간을 보낼 때 규칙적인 루틴을 갖는 편은 아닌 것 같아요. 그냥 뭐 자전거 타러 가고 싶을 때 나가고 운동하고 싶을 때 운동하고 쉬고 싶을 때 그냥 쉬고 약간 그런 스타일인 것 같습니다.
Well, these days we have been preparing for a new project, for a movie. That is why I began to work out a lot. And however, I cannot really say that I have a specific routine that I follow every day consistently, but especially whenever we would do new projects, there are a lot of times when my personal schedule and my routine for my work would clash. That is why whenever I have the time or the opportunity, if I would love to go biking, I would go biking. If I would go to do something else, I would do something else. I think I'm mostly on the spot.
It's good to know that you get to enjoy yourself too, and not just work out to get fit. I'm glad that you're having fun doing that. Our next question coming from Rappler. Filipinos have been huge fans of your K-dramas, starting from, again, mentioning Boys Over Flowers, City Hunter. Why do you think Korean dramas are very popular now outside of South Korea?
왜 한국 드라마인지는 사실 저는 잘은 모르겠어요. 굉장히 좀 기술적인 답변이 되는 것 같고, 그냥 저 같은 경우에는 작품을 고를 때 기준이 인간이라면은 항상 조금 전제에 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 언어를 초월하고 인종을 초월해서 모두가 사람이라면 느낄 수 있는 감정들을 다루고 있는 작품들을 좀 이야기들을 좋아하는 편이어서 그런 면에서 좀 제 작품들을 좋아해 주시는 게 아닐까 생각합니다.
Well, I cannot specifically say why K-drama is so loved internationally because if we were to look into that, we would have to be very technical. However, whenever I would receive a new project, my standards for choosing a new project is first identifying how through this, what type of culture that I can learn, how we can share this, and I really want to see if this is a really good project through those different standards that I have.
Okay. All right, so that's how you choose. Like, okay, good to know. All right. Our next question coming from Cosmopolitan Philippines. Cosmopolitan Philippines says, "We miss Lee Min-ho film. What was the inspiration behind the series, and are you planning to shoot and share more episodes?"
그냥 아주 개인적인 공간이기 때문에 사실 이제 사람이라면 한참 감성적일 때가 있고 그냥 또 현실을 살아갈 때가 있는데 좀 감성적일 때는 찍고 싶거나 담고 싶은 것들이 조금 더 많이 생기는 것 같고요. 지금 같은 시즌에는 사실 이제 그냥 또 현실을 살고 있기 때문에 그런 것 같습니다. 근데 어쨌든 뭐 큰 의도나 그런 건 없고 그냥 제가 개인적으로 느끼는 감정들을 좀 간접적으로 노골적이지 않게 그냥 담는 공간인 것 같습니다.
Well, Lee Min-ho Film is actually a very personal space for me, and I would love to use this because every people, they have their emotional side and their realistic side. So whenever I am in my emotional side, I use this as a gateway to express how I feel and to show what I am looking at, what I am feeling. So actually, I do not have a specific plan for this Lee Min-ho Film, but I think whenever I have the chance to express this, I use this.
Well, we hope we can see, like more personal sides of you on this thing. We enjoyed this quite a bit. Our next question, again, coming from the Philippine Star. You said that you feel some pressure, but in a good way. How do you use it, plus the unwavering support that you receive from your fans, to be a better actor?
사실 늘 고민하고 무언가를 위해서 가기 위해서는 항상 좋은 프레셔가 있어야 된다고 생각하는데 저는 이제 그런 면에서 굉장히 행복한 삶을 살고 있는 것 같아요. 왜냐하면 늘 수십 명이 있는 현장에서 어쨌든 중요 포지션을 맡아서 이 프로젝트를 해야 되는 입장이고 또 이제 그걸 기다려주시는 분들 그리고 또 많은 자본들 이런 것들이 얽힌 곳에서 일을 하고 있기 때문에 조금 게을러지고 나태해지다가도 현장에 나가거나 또 이렇게 사람들이 많이 모인 공간에 오게 되면 좋은 프레셔를 항상 받는 직업인 것 같아서 그런 면에서 참 좋은 것 같습니다.
I think the good pressure that I received is really helping me a lot because whenever I would have the different projects, I would go to the different fields, work with dozens of people, work with different staff, also use different resources. It allows me to receive this good pressure and keeps me motivated. That is why whenever there are times that I feel loose or whenever I feel kind of lazy, these different pressures when I arrive at places where there are a lot of people or whenever we get to shoot new projects, it helps me a lot and it keeps me well.
All right. We're down to our last question now. My goodness, that went by so fast. Our question is from Philippine Daily Inquirer, and they want to know what kind of fulfillment do you get from doing charity work, and what other advocacies do you hope to support? Because you're the good guy, right? Charity.
저는 사실 이제 아이들한테 조금 관심이 많이 가는 것 같아요. 제 나이도 그렇고 그리고 우리 다음 세대. 그러니까 우리가 치열하게 살아가고 있는 지금 세대도 물론 중요하지만 이게 계속 이어지기 위해서는 또 다음 세대가 중요하기 때문에 제가 힘이 닿고 기회가 되는 선에서 아이들을 좀 지지하고 도와줄 수 있는 부분들은 도와주고 싶습니다.
I think I'm very interested in supporting children. Of course, they are our next generation, and it's very important for us to support our current youth that are really striving and going through a lot to keep this society well. However, we must also think about our children who will continue our next generation. That is why, for me, if I have in my own capabilities and in my own limits, I'm trying my best to help children and also support them as much as I can.
And again, this is why SMDC has named you the good guy. Once again, we want to thank you for answering all of our questions from the media. 감사합니다.